The 80s. Land of big hair, neon everything, and sitcoms that were all fun and games. Until they weren't. One minute, you're watching your favorite show, laughing at the silly jokes, and the next, boom, emotional damage for life. Welcome to the wonderful world of very special episodes, where your favorite sitcom characters dealt with everything from drug abuse to death, usually right between commercials for Fruity Pebbles and Hot Wheels. Grab your Capri Sun and settle in, because we're diving into 3 of the most traumatizing, very special episodes that turned our favorite sitcoms into therapy prep sessions. And trust me, if you watch TV in the 80s, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, for you younger viewers out there, let me paint you a picture of 80s television. This was the golden age of family sitcoms. 30 minutes of perfectly resolved conflicts, catchphrases you could print on t-shirts, and enough hairspray to destroy the ozone layer. Most episodes followed a simple formula. Kid makes mistake, parents give speech, everyone hugs, roll credits. Maybe somebody learns not to lie about their homework or discovers the true meaning of friendship. You know, basic stuff. But then, usually during sweeps week, because nothing boosts ratings like childhood trauma, we'd get hit with a very special episode. The networks figured out they could grab massive audiences by tackling serious issues, and boy, did they go all in. These weren't your typical sitcom plots. Webster dealing with child abuse? Check. Facts of Life tackling eating disorders? Oh, you bet. The Fresh Prince making us cry about absent fathers? Don't even get me started. Growing Pains discussing suicide. Yeah, that happened. Diff'rent Stokes alone covered everything from racism to kidnapping to drug abuse. It was basically After School Specials, the series. And here's the thing, it worked. These episodes pulled in massive ratings. Parents thought their kids were learning important lessons. Critics won awards. Everyone was happy. Except maybe the therapy industry, which probably saw a spike in business 20 years later. But 3 episodes in particular, they didn't just cross the line, they obliterated it. Starting with the episode that made every 80s kid suspicious of their local bike shop. If you've never seen Diff'rent Stokes, here's the setup. 2 boys from Harlem, Arnold and Willis Jackson, get adopted by a wealthy white businessman in Manhattan. It was groundbreaking for the time, dealing with race and class issues while still being funny enough for prime time. Usually, episodes revolved around Arnold saying, "What you talking about, Will?" and learning valuable lessons about sharing homework or whatever else was on there. But then came The Bicycle Man, and let me tell you, when your episode needs a warning from the actor who plays the dad, you know you're in for a ride. The setup was innocent enough. Arnold makes friends with Mr. Horton, the local bike shop owner. Cool, right? Wrong! What follows is essentially a masterclass in making every viewer develop trust issues. Over 2 extremely uncomfortable episodes, we watch Mr. Horton slowly groom Arnold and his friend Dudley. Free bike repairs lead to arcade games in the back room. Then it's pizza parties with wine. Yes, actual wine, and inappropriate photography sessions. All while the laugh track keeps playing, which somehow makes it even more disturbing. The worst part, this episode was actually well done, developed with child psychologists and everything. It showed real grooming tactics predators use, taught kids to recognize warning signs, and ended with Gordon Jump, the actor who played Mr. Horton, filming a PSA about abuse prevention. But try telling that to every kid who spent the next year side-eyeing every adult who was nice to them. Pizza parties ruined forever. Photography, very suspicious. Bike shops, you can forget about it. If you thought that was heavy, then hold on to your Reagan Bush 84 buttons, because Family Ties decided to get deep. Like philosophy major at 3 a.m. kind of deep. For context, Family Ties was already a unique show. Ex-hippie parents raising a Republican teenage son in the 80s. Michael J. Fox played Alex P. Keaton, a young Republican who had pictures of William F. Buckley on his wall and probably dreamed about supply-side economics. Then came a My Name is Alex. Picture this, you're settling in for some classic Alex P. Keaton capitalism jokes, but instead, you get a full-on experimental theater piece about mortality in black and white with no laugh track for 90 minutes. The plot? Alex's friend Greg dies in a car accident. A car accident Alex was supposed to be in, but skipped because he had to study. What follows is basically Samuel Beckett for the Tiger Beat crowd. The entire episode is shot like a stage play, with Alex moving between different parts of his life, talking to a therapist about survivor's guilt, and basically having an existential crisis on national television. At one point, he literally screams, "Why am I alive?" at the camera. Dude, we just wanted to watch you make fun of your hippie parents. The episode won 5 Emmy Awards, and honestly, it deserved them. This wasn't just a very special episode. It was legitimately groundbreaking television, but it also introduced an entire generation to the concept of existential dread. So, thanks for that, NBC. If these repressed memories are hitting home, smash that like button and tell us in the comments which episode traumatized you the most. Your therapy bills are our content calendar. But before you go process all that existential anxiety, stick around for our final episode, the one that turned every abandoned appliance into a death trap. Now, Punky Brewster was supposed to be the cute show. Adorable orphan gets adopted by a grumpy but lovable photographer, has adventures with her friends, wears mismatched shoes, all the fun stuff. Most episodes were about typical kid problems, making friends, dealing with school, trying to convince your guardian to let you keep a puppy, standard sitcom fare. Then came Cherry Lifesaver, the episode that single-handedly changed safety regulations for abandoned appliances across America, and we're not even joking about that part. At first, it seems like every other Punky Brewster episode. Cute kids playing hide and seek, fun times all around. Then Cherry, in a move that will haunt all of us forever, decides to hide in an old refrigerator because apparently every empty lot in the 80s just had random abandoned appliances lying around. What follows is basically a horror movie for kids. Cherry gets trapped, the door won't open, and she's running out of air. The other kids can't find her. Parents watching probably wondered why their cute family show suddenly turned into a PSA about appliance disposal. And if watching a kid trapped in a fridge wasn't terrifying enough, when they finally find her, she's not breathing. What follows is the most intense CPR scene ever aired in a kid's show, complete with detailed instructions that would make a paramedic proud. The silver lining? This episode actually saved lives, with multiple reports of kids successfully performing CPR in real emergencies after watching it. The cost? Well, only our collective childhood innocence and an irrational fear of large appliances that many of us still carry today. And there you have it, 3 episodes that turned must-see TV into must-need therapy TV. From stranger danger to existential dread to appliance horror, the 80s really said, you want entertainment? Well, here's some trauma instead. But you know what? Maybe these episodes served a purpose. They taught us about real dangers, helped us process difficult emotions, and showed us that even our favorite characters sometimes dealt with serious issues. Plus, they gave us all something to talk about in therapy years later, so win-win? Drop a comment telling us which episode haunts your dreams the most, or share your own traumatic, very special episode memory. And don't forget to subscribe. We've got plenty more nostalgia-induced therapy sessions coming your way. Remember, sharing trauma is caring, or at least that's what our therapist says. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.